Hello, good morning, good morning. I apologize, I'm a couple of minutes late. Parking. I hadn't been to Annapolis in a while, and so I had to refamiliarize myself. No, actually, I knew where I was going. I just had to find the parking where I was going. So anyway, we're good. We're good. Actually, if you can, read between the lines behind me, I am currently at the Naval Academy, where I parked right in front of the door, basically. So, but we're not going there. So anyway, hi, welcome, Bay Trippers. I am the Bay Lady, Sharon Schultz here. I do a lot of tours around the Chesapeake Bay area because it is just so beautiful and so interesting and historic and anything that you can possibly want. And this is one of those such tours. Today we're in Annapolis. It's not a history lesson. It's just to walk around the popular downtown area of America's number one sailing capital of the country. So, yeah, Annapolis, noted for, well, we have power boats too, but noted for its sailboat community. It's quite extensive and prestigious, as the case may be. So, anyway, so this is, as I said, one of my tours. If you want more information on tours, please visit my Facebook page, which is the Bay Lady, and also my YouTube channel is Sharon Schultz, the Bay Lady. Either one of those, if you join, you'll get notices. Also, on those sites, you will find a platform called Buy Me a Coffee. That's where I'm able to receive gratuities, which I then, of course, add to gas and parking fees and things of that nature. All of my virtual tours are free, so tipping is encouraged and accepted. All right, enough of that. Commercial break over. We are going to turn the camera around. Bear with me just one moment. So, come on, camera. Thank you. Okay. All right, that worked. And there, now you can see what I was seeing. Reminds me of a song. Do you see what I see? Is that a Christmas song? I don't know. Yep, I think it is. So here's the Naval Academy. And I'll give you a little peek this way in order to get into the Naval Academy. These days, you have to go through that building ahead, go through security, and all of that. It's amazing how things change. When I first started coming to the Naval Academy, I could drive down here at night and go right through the main gate, and the military guys on duty would just wave, say, "Hey." So here we are. We're in downtown Old Annapolis. Oh my goodness! And I do mean old. Annapolis has been a huge shipping area since the 1700s. Actually, 1600s, 1600s mostly. But Annapolis saw the Revolutionary War come and go, and the Civil War happened here, and um, Annapolis also had its fair share of veterans in most wars, World War One and Two, the Korean conflict, Desert Storm, all of those various places where we had to defend our honor. Isn't this nice? Look at the gate. It's a ship's wheel. Clever. This place is ready to light up at night right here. I love the cafe lights. Oh my goodness. They just give a whole new thing to lighting up nights and creating a mood around your home. So we're on Randall Street, which is just one of the sides. Actually, it doesn't go very far. It's we were just at the top of it, and we're about to hit the bottom of it. Go ahead and cross the street here real quick. The Goat, huh? This is called the Goat. Oh, it's a restaurant. Shall we? Let us look. See, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, there we go. It's probably better. Jalapeno poppers. All right, first thing on the menu. Okay, so this is a Mexican restaurant. Woohoo! They have tacos and all that. Cosmo Nail Bar. Okay, it's a salon. Middleton's Tavern over here. It's been a bar forever. I love the little backyards. Annapolis is full of little courtyards and alleyways. It's really cool. You could almost call this backdoor town because there's a backdoor everywhere around here. Look how old, look at the old brick on this building. Middleton's Tavern. I'll stop in a second as soon as I get to where I want to be. Right here. Okay, look at you can see the old brick exposed. Look, the building was painted and the paint's peeling now. We can go over here and take a look real quick before we walk down to the city dock. This is a really nice area. You've got a market house here. There's restaurants, just all kinds of really cool places. This marketplace has, been here for a couple centuries. Okay, so this is one of the oldest taverns. Middleton's, established in 1750. Impressive, yes. Impressive, yes. Oops, let's get this better. Yeah, 1750, Middleton's Tavern. You want to see what the fare is? Probably not what it was in 1750, but okay. Oh, oysters, you know what? They probably did serve all the seafood because, duh, we're right on the docks. So, okay, I take back my original statement there. Forget I said anything. Oh, this is all, look, this is way a lot of seafood. All right, very cool. Very good. Okay, Middleton's Tavern. There's another place that I want to show real quick before we get to the business of sailing. So you have this little courtyard, tables and chairs, and they can section it off with these little wooden carts of greenery. Right? How cool is that? And then right here is what I wanted to show you. This is an original waterfront warehouse. Okay, this was here way, way, way back, and it's still in use. Not so much as a warehouse, more like a museum. But at any rate, we can go take a peek in here. Hopefully, it won't mess with my signal. But this is kind of interesting because, it's like this is all the city dock, and it tells the story. The city dock. It started, let's see, the 1690s, about 1650 is when it was discovered. 1750s, It had grown a bit. 1780s, Revolutionary War came along. Okay, pre-Civil War, this is the map of Annapolis. Amazing. Pre-Civil War. And then, this is a spectacular mural of old Annapolis. Look at this. Wow. Awesome. With riverboat, paddle boats. We built ships. Oh, not Annapolis so much, but Baltimore built a lot of ships that sailed here to Annapolis. So interesting. And then it talks about the city dock in the 1800s, still growing here during the Civil War. There were federal troops that landed here at the dock to protect the city. And then going into, modern times, you know, there was a steamboat that came in and out of here. And it became a place for watermen. Watermen, okay, made their fortunes, made their livelihoods on the sea. Many still do, especially in some of Maryland's little coastal communities. And today it's the home of the powerboat and sailboat shows a couple times a year, actually. And it has quite a bit of historic value. A lot of history happened in Annapolis, and most of the places where it occurred are still here to see. Okay. Now it's time to go to the dock. Oh, I hear a ship. Maybe we'll see what it is. See what's coming into port or leaving, as the case may be. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be 80 degrees today. So, if you're writing in the chat, I can't see it. Something happened to my chat. And believe it or not, I've been so busy I haven't been able to do a thing about it. So, now this is interesting, all this construction going on here. They just finished a boat show here just over the weekend, a sailboat show. And there's not, look at this. Okay, there's not a boat docked here. You have got to be kidding. Oh, here's one of Annapolis's little tours. Look, these are school kids coming in. I've been on their tours before. They dress as, colonial figures. The tour, there's a lady tour guide right here. Yeah, they dress like colonial people, and most of the tour, it tells you it's, historical, and a lot of it around the 1700s, colonial times. Oh, we got some ducks. We don't have any boats, but we have ducks. Duck, duck, goose. Well, we will find boats. Trust me, we're just gonna walk down here anyway, because this will give you a nice view of the Severn River, which is the river that Annapolis Harbor kind of sits on. Over here, you've got, still restaurants and shops. Over here, it's a restaurant. It's a hotel as well next to it, I believe. That little area is called Eastport. There's a bridge that we'll go over and take a look at. Hmm. Yeah, some kind of project going on there. Hmm. This on the other side of the road that runs behind this building is the community of Eastport. Eastport is, oh, I always call them artsy fartsy communities. They're, you know, artist driven. They're um, probably not homes that could be afforded by the middle set homeowner. Um, a lot of it is because the proximity to the water, to the Severn River out here, really jacks up the value of houses because the view of that, you know, calming water and the ships and you know the activity that takes place on a waterway is very calming and soothing to the soul. So at least they try to retain that much of it, right? So this is the Fleet Reserve Club over here. Um, Good food. They also have accommodations, overnight accommodations, or wherever, however. This is another hotel over here as well. Um, Again, this is like these hotels. A lot of them are water view, and they have the biggest advantage of being right in the heart of downtown. As you can see, they're right across the city dock. You know, here you're looking back at downtown. I've walked a bit. That big dome kind of thing right there. That's part of the Naval Academy, one of their indoor stadiums. Okay, so if you were going on a cruise about the river and the bay, you could catch a cruise ship right here at the end of this pier. How lovely. This is a little park here that has recently been installed at the end of the city dock. Oh, there's a nice big boat coming by we can look at. Woohoo. Yeah, this is a nice little park. They've had a few festivals in here too, but it's kind of close quarters, really. So here we are, City Dock, cruises and tours. Here we are looking at the beautiful Severn River. Oh, Annapolis is one of those super sought after places, destinations where, tourists come and go. As you can see, looking over that way, across the water, that is Eastport. It's a quiet, nice little community there. Okay, so here we're finally finding some sailboats. And I have to say, where are the sails? I mean, really? Where'd they go? Hmm. See, in here, I thought I was getting a jump on the season, and I think I jumped too high. Hmm. Season got me. I figured I was safe. There was going to be a sailboat show. Hmm, I can see the Bay Bridge from here. I did not know that. You're looking at radio towers that are, I believe, part of the Navy Department, the Naval Academy system there. But if you look just over that sailboat next to the power lines. You can see the tops of the bridge. There's like four steel structures with cables on them. We'll get a little closer. You can see the Naval Academy too. A little bit of it, right? Oh, look, these birds are all about out here. I think there would be more people out here, but it is Tuesday, I suppose, a weekday, a work day for many Americans. I have no doubt. Even retired ones like me, I'm out here working, right? Right. Huh. All right. I'm just going to stand here for a second. Um, I want to see if I can't um, open this bottle of water because I am thirsty. Hang on. I have a busted hand and this gizmo in the other hand. So, we're going to sit, put the bottle between the knees, and twist. Yes? Yes. Ha ha. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it. Yay. All right. Just bear with me. My lips are trying to stick together here. Hang on. They, these little water bottles are great. They just fit in your purse or your pocket or whatever. Mm. And they do what they're supposed to. Okay. All right. We shall continue. As I said, there's the some of the buildings of the Naval Academy there. Oops, wrong way. Kind of hugging the dock there. All right. Let's take a walk over to Eastport and see if we can find more sails over there. Though I just see a lot of power boats sitting there at the East Point Marina. But we'll walk over to the bridge anyway. There should be a nice view either way from that Eastport Bridge. Oops, okay. Now that building on the end, um, and well, that whole actually it's two buildings together. They used to have an awesome restaurant there, and I mean, you had waterfront seating, and it was really cool. But you know what? This wasn't here. They built this thing that the park sits on because it didn't jut out this far. No way. Because when I used to go to that restaurant, it was at the end of the dock. So, dock expanded somehow or another. Oh, they took down something there, that building. Huh. I hate when they take things down because then I don't remember what was there. Makes you a little nuts. Anyway, I can't see my crawl, my my chat box. It's crazy. It has all these goofy messages. I'm gonna have to push the help button here as soon as I get a minute. Um, seriously, I use a platform called SteamYard and or sorry, StreamYard, and it allows me to broadcast this to multiple platforms simultaneously. Like this video should be going out on YouTube. on my channel, on the Bay Lady, my Facebook page, and also on my Twitch account, which I really haven't set up yet, but which is streaming. I just added that one. So I used to have X and go on X, but um, they started charging for live streams, and I wasn't all that um, gun ho on their content, so I kind of dropped that account from my live streams. So you can get me here or there, a couple places, and you can get those three places I mentioned: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch are live. So, and also for however long those platforms keep the content that I record, that's up for grabs. But I do a series. I read books on Sunday nights. I do a book series, and I'll read, whatever book is up, and it'll be, a few chapters every night or what have you. So um, that's another thing that I do as part of the Bay Lady experience. I'm told I have a very nice voice. So now we're reaching the circle again here at City Dock. You can see the Maryland State Capitol up the top of the buildings there and the trees. It sits up on a hill, and that is the Maryland State Capitol. That's where all the law happens, where it's all created. This little park area too became more elaborate when they added to it to bring it up to the level of the park at the end of the pier where we just were. So, ew, yucky water. The ducks are conflicted. This is an interesting tribute here. This is supposed to be Alex Haley um, reading to the children, teaching the children. Unfortunately, Baltimore in the 1600s had a slave ship that came into this very spot, loaded with slaves that were sold to slave owners here in Maryland. So this is a tribute, a sign of the times, and proof that you can rise up as they did. This also is part of the exhibit. These placards. I'll just read this first one. This story wall is dedicated to those nameless Africans brought to the New World against their will, who struggled against terrible odds to maintain family, culture, identity, and above all, hope. So it just kind of talks about that. I bet you could find this whole thing on Google. Something tells me there's not much you can't find on Google. This is a nice look back at the harbor too, isn't it? Really is a nice day for this. I am glad because I think we have some rain coming up. Okay, so looking up, that is Main Street. Tons of shops, restaurants, Many of the shops have, like have a nautical theme. Not so much like shipping equipment, but more like clothing with a nautical theme, clothing that would be appropriate to wear out sailing, um, home decor, with a nautical theme, lighthouses to adorn your front yard, things of that nature. And here's a restaurant. Oh, nope, sorry, wrong. Clothing store. Oh, it's a store, huh? A clothing store. We should peek in anyway, right? Take a peek. Oh, nice chairs and cushions. Look at that. This is nicely landscaped, isn't it? Okay. Got all kinds of okay, as I was saying, beach themed, right? There you go. Oh my goodness, there you go. Now this is the type of the shops that you'll see up on Main Street. How about that? Okay. So now we have just a little bit of a walk to Eastport. Annapolis has a lot of historical buildings. There's a lot of areas and entire blocks that are like protected. Protected meaning can't take them down, you can't change them from their original appearance. All you can do is maintain the original appearance. But if you bought it, you understood that. So now we're on the other side of the Fleet Reserve Club, the front door. Got a playground over there. Schools are not off today. I don't think, anyway. It's not a holiday that I am aware of. They don't close for the summer for several more weeks. Hmm. Who knew? Now, here, I believe, I was going to say, I believe this is a hotel. It's the Annapolis Waterfront Hotel. Very nice, I am sure. I know the views have got to be like worth the stay. Nicely landscaped. Very cool. We're almost to the bridge. uh, Sailing cruises. Classic 74-foot schooners. Woodward is the schooner Woodward. I've sailed on her before. Nice ship. I guess they're like the tall ships. Make sure, hang on a sec. Just want to make sure that this camera, the picture is still good and clear. Okay, and I need more water. We're almost to the bridge. You can see it up ahead. Just hang on a second while I take a sip of this. Alrighty. I scheduled this for this morning because I didn't know what the weather would be like this afternoon. Oops. Just bear with me a sec. Screwing the lid on my water bottle. All right. Now I can see what you see. Too. These are some nice houses. And of course, I have to stop and think what used to be here because they're not old. These townhomes over here with the aluminum siding certainly are not old either, but neither are these brick buildings. But boy, what a nice little view they have. The higher, the better. Higher up, better the view. Oh, this is a yacht basin. Oh, okay, this is where I saw the power boat. Yeah, this is the marina and part of the Annapolis Yacht Club. So it's a private organization, right? These houses here are rather nice too, aren't they? Now, these are older homes that have been redone, I would venture to say. Yeah. Uh, okay, almost to the bridge. The bridge actually crosses over Spa Creek, which is a branch off the Severn down there. And during the summertime, they have a lot of sailboat races and all up and down Spa Creek. Whoa, the breeze has just picked up. Hang on, gotta make sure this hat is on good and solid so the wind does not take it from me. Oh, okay, Annapolis Yacht Club. Guess that's where they have their yachty meetings, right? Yacht club meetings. Oh yeah, there's a few boats docked out here. We'll have to take a look. Don't see any sails though. What's up with that? It would be a nice place to have lunch on that deck there. And here we are. Let's see, there used to be some restaurants over there. Oh, it looks like there still is. Though I see one is for lease, that first one. But yeah, there used to be a few restaurants. And the thing with these restaurants on the water is, they're primarily seafood restaurants. I mean, seafood is multi-billion dollar, probably billion-dollar industry here for Maryland. So many people and so many businesses and companies make their livelihood from the Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay splits Maryland in half. It goes right up the center of it. We have Eastern Shore and Western Shore, double the opportunity. Oh, there's all kinds of people down there. Looks like a party. Either that or they put nice flowers on people's tables anyway. Oh, yep, that must be the crew cleaning up. Look at that. There's the other side. Look at all that parkland. There's a cemetery over there. Beautifully landscaped. The bridge shakes under my feet every time the car goes over it. I'm feeling the vibrations through my flip flops. Oh, there's the Material Girl. I've seen that boat around town. I have been around Annapolis for a very long time. So, no big surprises. And it's nice. Here's a whole couple rows of sailboats. They're not sailing though. Come on, peeps. It's a gorgeous day. Where are you? My, my, my. And look, isn't this a beautiful view? Oh, a lot of traffic, right? And look, here's the other way down Spa Creek. We'll cross over there after a bit. I just want to come up to the top here and then cross over. This is a drawbridge too. Hopefully, there's nothing big coming through. Well, up here, there's a little boat going to come through, and that gives you a look of Eastport. And here's this boat. I don't know what it is, but we can watch it. Sure is used to be photographed. We will find out. Oh, here comes another boat coming over here too. Look at that. This one's closer, so we'll watch this guy first. Right? Here he comes. Put, 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 put. Putty, putty, putty. Hey, he's waving. Look at that. All right. Hey, dude. And how about you over here? What you doing? You gonna wave? Wave, yay. There you go. Haha. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like when you're driving down the highway, right? And there's an 18 wheeler and you're coming up past it and you take your arm and you fist it and you pump it a couple times, indicating that the truck driver hit his air horn. So that was kind of like that. See if you can get the boats to not hit their air horn, but wave, acknowledge, right? Say, hey, hey. All right, we're going to cross this thing. Gotcha. We're going to wait until it's clear, too. Not running today. You know, there wasn't any traffic before. All you have to do is want to cross, and here it comes. And now it's going to be one side clears and the other one's busy, and the other side clears and the other one doesn't. Or I could be brazen and just run across waving my arms like, don't hit me. Or I could get a running start. There we go. That worked. I didn't even have to run. Really. All right, look at this. Woohoo. Nice view. Yum on. Very cool. Very, very cool. Beautiful Annapolis, sailing capital of the nation. This gives you a very nice panoramic up here. And there you have it. Annapolis sails. Just not today. Just not today. Oh, well. Such is, such is. All right. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this little tour here. Hold on, let me turn my camera back around.